If you go on Threads, you're just going to see post after post of Etsy sellers saying how it's the worst year in their business and they have no idea where their sales went. Versus when I go and look at my clients' analytics, I'm seeing that she's hitting all her goals and growing year over year. And her average cart value for the month was $400. So what is the difference between people who don't have success on Etsy versus people who do have success on Etsy? It's a written strategic marketing plan. And I'm going to go over this step by step so that you can make sure that you have a plan for your shop. So first of all, you just want to start with an income goal. When you have an income goal, you should be able to reverse engineer it to understand how many visits you need to get in your business per year, traffic wise, and how many sales you need to make with your conversion rate to actually hit that number. And now you have metrics that you are tracking. You have numbers that you're trying to hit. But you want to focus on a target audience that shops consistently on Etsy and know their psychographics. And I'm going to break this down into two parts. So if you target people who shop consistently on Etsy, then your sales will be consistent. Part two, you want to make sure that you know their psychographics, not their demographics. I don't really care if your target audience is 25 years old and likes pumpkin lattes from Starbucks, because that doesn't help us sell your products. Rather, you want to have a clear understanding of their pain points, their wants, their needs, desires, what they're purchasing, the occasions, events, etc., what's going on in their day-to-day life where they are coming onto Etsy and seeking solutions so that we can position your products as the solutions. Then you want to make well-researched products with curated collections aligned with your skill sets. It's so important that you're leveraging your own skill sets and your creative zone of genius. You already have to learn marketing, sales, e-commerce, which you probably don't know. So let's not add something else into the mix that you have to learn. Just leverage you. Next, visibility strategy or search engine optimization. That's why it's so important to understand who you're selling to and their psychographics so that you understand what keywords they are typing in the search bar so that you can align them with your product solutions in your listing titles and tags. Moving right along, marketing and sales strategy from visuals to pricing. So your visuals are a sales pitch, and I get it. I don't want to sound icky in my sales. Sales gives me the ick. Well, you know what bad sales looks like, so congratulations. When you are properly selling and positioning your products, you are making it super easy for that shopper to say yes. So you are speaking to their wants, needs, desires that came up from the research, and you are showing them visuals that just mirror that back along with your product and getting them to say, that's exactly what I needed, checking out. You're providing a service of curating products that help solve the problems, and that is marketing and sales, my friend. So moving right along, optimize the shop every 30 days to increase average order value. We're not on a hamster wheel of constantly creating products and just throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks. We are putting controlled tests out, reviewing the analytics, and only continuing to do what works. And we do this every 30 days because we're trying to increase the average order value, which is so important. When you increase the average order value, you're going to see that people have a shopping spree in your shop. So like my client, she made $10,000 in revenue with 25 orders. So her average order value for the month was $400, which is very impressive considering that on the marketplace as a whole, the average order value per shopper for Etsy is about $42. So she is blowing way past that because she took the time to look at her analytics and say, okay, let me look at my top products. Do they have legs? Can I blow this out into a collection to facilitate shopping spree behavior? Then, my friends, you might want to go ahead and run ads to amplify what drives revenue. So the reason why we have been able to grow her shop year over year and hit all her metrics, her goals, her numbers, is because we have this documented. We keep what works, we discard what doesn't, and we build on to strong foundations. And we're layering in strategies, which is the secret to continued growth.